What's up, guys? Welcome back. So today's video is going to be an update on my Doomsday program. If you want to catch up on my thought process on programming, how it's evolving, I recommend watching my previous program videos, at least the ones where I break down the program. It would be my Limit Breaker program and my Doomslayer program. You also have another ones like the Armageddon, the one that I did for natural hypertrophy series, okay, and the one that I did with in collaboration with Croissant, okay. But this one is an update on my Doomslayer program because I didn't change a lot inherently, like I didn't change anything regarding like the skeleton of the program, but I did change some, let's just say like more small things, smaller things that make a change, they accumulate and make a difference, right? So the first thing is going to be the fact that why I started doing the Doomslayer program. It was because the limit breaker program that I did wasn't as flexible in the day-to-day life because I did that program for a 2 month break that I had from college, and because I realized that it wasn't as flexible as I would like to, and it had a lot of volume. The minimum amount of volume was too high. Okay, so the range was like I think 15. I think it was 15 to 25 sets, if not more. And I realized that's just too high of volume. And I was like, let me just widen that range, right? So I made the Doomslayer program with which basically increased the range, but it was just basically pushing the minimum back. So now it's like 8 to 25 sets, right? So if I wanted to deload, instead of adding more rest days in between sessions like I would do with my limit breaker program, what I would do is just draw back the volume, keep everything the same except the volume, just lower it, right? And it's been pretty good. Okay, I'm being enjoying this program a lot, and I really like the this way of training, mainly because first of all I can ensure that my program is very flexible when like facing day-to-day life, and the second thing is the fact that right now I am ensuring high quality sets because I have realized that I'm the type of guy that tries to do a lot but ends up half-assing a lot of it. So I was like, okay, let me just lower the volume, get my shit together, and start pushing the sets like I should, right? And I started pushing beyond failure, and it's been pretty good. It's a real challenge in terms of mental, uh, not in terms of approaching a set, but when you're on your last reps, and you feel like you just want to end the set, but you have to keep pushing, and after you keep pushing and fail, you have to keep pushing after that. It's really good. You feel like a Super Saiyan. I'm not going to lie. Um, and it also allows me to save a lot of time because before I would do 6 sets for the compounds, 6 for pull and 6 for push, and for pull I would do first unilateral movement. So it was a lot of time dedicated to the compounds. Right now it's just 4 sets with bilateral movements, push to failure and beyond. So it's pretty good in terms of saving time. And also, I have seen better gains from it, especially in the triceps. I can't explain you. I feel like my triceps are getting huge ever since I started this program. So yeah, that's the most important benefits. But as I started, sorry, uh, you basically doing this program, I realized that I should change a couple of things, right? Small tweaks here and there to just improve the program overall. And it ended up in this, basically, in my version 2 of the Doomslayer program, which it has small changes. The most important one being the fact that I changed the way I approach supersets right now. I'm a big fan of supersets ever since I started watching NH, and it was like, well, yeah, let's try supersets, right? And I started doing supersets, and I really enjoy them because, first of all, they save a lot of time. Second, they give you that conditioning aspect. And third, it's fun. It's just fun, okay? It's non-stop. It keeps you focused. That's the word. It's fun and it keeps you focused on the workout. You're like, let's get it, and you don't stop until you did 1 set of each exercise. Um, but what I would usually do, how I would usually do the supersets, is pair up compound and compound, isolation and isolation. And although it's feasible for calisthenics movements like dips and pull-ups, for example, or I don't know, push-ups and pull-ups, push-ups and rows, it's not a bad combination, right? It's not like you're doing bench and deadlift, right? It's a totally different thing. With calisthenic movements, it's more feasible. Although that it's pretty good, I realized that it could be better. Okay, I saw the NH video on arms, superset for arms, and he basically paired up chin ups, easy bar curls, and I think it was forearm work. I can't remember which exercise precisely. So I was like, yo, let me try that. So on my arm day, which is my experimenting day too, a lot of the things that I change about my programs, I discovered them on my arm days because I experiment on that day, and basically I did dips with triceps and calf raises, and I also paired up chin ups, pelican curls, and forearm work. And I think I recorded a video. You can check it out on the channel. uh, and leg raises too. I forgot, and it was brutal. Okay, I really enjoyed it, but I realized that I was half-assing some of the movements. Well, not half-assing, but it was like I wasn't. I was like kind of afraid of pushing the movements to like complete obliteration. Because I felt like if I pushed myself a lot on one movement, it would affect the other one. So if I pushed myself too hard on chin-ups, I wouldn't push myself too much on the pelicans, and vice versa. So I ended up just switching the isolations around and ended up doing tricep movements with the pull-ups and forearm movements with the pushing exercises, right? And bicep curls, I was doing them with the pushing exercises for a while, but I ended up just dedicating their own superset. Okay, dedicated that exercise its own superset with paired with ab work. It's a pretty good combo. I'm going to explain it right now when I show you the program. But basically, right now, what I do is have a compound and then have two isolations. Depending on how you perform after a compound, you may want to have your more important isolation as a second movement or as a third movement, and have another isolation as a, let's just say, buffer until you like can perform again with high intensity. uh, but yeah, that's one of the things that I changed, and I think that that's the most important one. The second one is that I added vertical pressing because I wasn't doing like any vertical pressing, and I've been focusing more on my shoulders. Um, Not too much, like I give shoulders and chest the same importance, but I was realizing that I wasn't doing a lot of vertical pressing, and it's also really important for shoulder health. Okay, I was doing my face pulls, I was doing my rear delt flies, blah blah blah. I think those movements are really good, but you have to have some type of vertical pressing for your shoulders, I think. So yeah, I added vertical pressing, and also I added the best calisthenics exercise, non-negotiable, the inverted row, right? If you're not doing inverted rows in your program, you're an idiot, okay? And I was an idiot for not including them. They are low stimulus, they are low fatiguing, sorry, for a high stimulus, uh, comparatively, right? And you can basically expand them, no problem. You can change the grips to bypass the biological law of accommodation. Shout out to Alpha Destiny for that. But yeah, those are like the most important things that I changed, and I'm beginning to consider adding feeder workouts like Rich Piana, I would say, or nucleus overload workouts if you want to, like a second session. This is for my next 2 to 3 month break that I would have in a couple of months. I'm beginning to think about adding feeder workouts, like a second session to just add more volume, even more. But that I'm still kind of iffy on that. But the good thing, because of the things that I added right now, is that because I have more days in which I work out, because before I had 3 days only, and now I have five technically. Um, I basically have the chance of rotating more exercises and doing exercises like the wide grip pull up, which I really like, the chest to bar pull ups, which I like even more, front lever pull ups, neutral pull ups. I have a like right now I have a wide variety of movements that I wanted to do, but I couldn't because my program was too rigid, not in terms of volume. I realized that it was getting rigid in terms of exercise selection, right? So I added more days to have that option. So yeah, let's begin. I rambled for long enough. So let me just show you the first day, which starts off with NH pull-ups, lat biased. So what I mean by, oh, let me just, there we go. Uh, Basically, what lat biased means is just you keep posterior pelvic tilt in some way, shape, or form, like having your knees in front of you, or just doing the hollow body position, um, engaging your scapula, right, and basically trying to make the pull up on the rings a diagonal pull. I know it sounds weird, but when you're doing it, you'll realize it. It's like instead of pulling up, you pull in an arc behind you. So you pull like if you saw NH's video on lats, I think it was. He basically calls it the banana movement. It's kind of like that. You basically lean a little bit back when you're doing the pull up, so it's not a straight up and down motion, but it's more a diagonal thing, and then you slow down the eccentric, let those lats stretch until your scapula is going to get disengaged, and then you pull again. It's brutal. Okay, I can barely get 8 reps, and then I have to rest pause it, and I can total my record totaling with rest pause was I think 16 reps, and my lats were fucking sore after that. Okay, I can also do one arm rows, which I haven't done in a while. It's just having the chance. And I can also do front lever pull-ups, right, with that mechanical drop set. I could also do chest to bar pull-ups. I just didn't include them here because I could just mention it right now. Then I have ring or band extensions or push downs, right? Again with bands for 3 to 5 sets, 12 to 20, fairly standard. I could rest pause it if I'm doing it with bands, or I could do a drop set if I'm doing it with the rings. I tried that yesterday. I basically was experimenting a little and did a mechanical drop set with the rings, and it was pretty cool. Okay, I have to say, ring extensions pretty underrated. They are amazing. They stretch your triceps like crazy. The reason to why I have this as my first superset is because I believe that lats and long head of the triceps are the most aesthetic muscle groups. Okay, if we are talking about like tier list, I would say that lats and the long head of the triceps are like S tier plus. The shoulders and the forearms are like, and the upper back are like S tier. The chest is like A tier, along with the biceps and the abs. And then we have legs. The neck kind of fits in between S tier and A tier. It has its own place. But yeah, like the most important things for me at least would be like the lats and the long head of the triceps, and maybe the forearms because of my proportions. I have really wide waist, and I have really long arms, specifically my forearms, and my yeah, my arms in general. They're fucking long compared to the rest of my body, so I have to like prioritize the arms and the lats. So yeah, that's like the first superset. The second superset is full RTO push-ups or ring pseudo planche push-ups, either on a decline or just leaning forward. Fucking tough as hell. You have to try those movements. Really cool to push to failure. I didn't put here the mechanical drop set because I just have it for myself. Okay, it's basically you do Bulgarian push-ups after, or RTO push-ups, like the not the full RTO where you keep the rings turned down position throughout the whole movement, but more like you go down and then when you're going up, you rotate out the rings and try to squeeze your chest for a better contraction. And then after that, you end up doing either pseudo planche push-ups on the ground, leaning forward push-ups on the ground, or diamond push-ups on the ground. Brutal, just brutal. Okay, if you saw my videos, you know how much I suffer with that. And here we have rear delt ring flies, ring Y flies or face pulls, just for shoulder health and also more upper back development and forearm work. Okay, right now I'm doing either band or ring reverse curls, which are pretty good, and also wrist curls with the bands. So yeah, and then we have the last superset, which is biceps and abs. Not too much to say here, just a pretty good combo overall. I'm really enjoying the Pelicans because I found a new way of doing them. I really recommend you to have the straps as close together as you can. It's going to be way easier on the shoulders, and it's going to feel way more natural. Okay. What I usually like to do is to do as many reps as I can with the regular form. Then I would start to cheat the concentric and slow down the eccentric, and then I would end up just doing ring curls, like regular ass ring curls, and it's fucking amazing. Okay, I could also do like just start off with regular ring curls or one arm ring curls, but I have been enjoying the Pelicans a lot. Then we have the day in between, I call it, but yeah, it's basically the second day, which has the pike push-ups or handstand push-up in a deficit or regular, right? And it's pretty good. Okay, I really like this movement. It gives you like it's really good. Okay, when I feel like shoulder pain, I start doing ring push-ups, ring pike push-ups or handstand push-ups, and in a couple of days it just goes away. I don't know why, but it just does. Pair that with good mornings. Okay, banded good mornings are amazing. Right now I'm doing the heaviest band that I have with the second heaviest band that I have, and two of the third heaviest bands that I have. It's basically the green one, the purple one, and two black ones. I sound like blowhole. But yeah. And then with that, I would do some neck work, side neck curls, or I think I'm starting to I'm starting to consider doing just regular neck curls with the bands, but I don't know. After that, I'm going to do inverted rows or wide grip pull-ups. I forgot to add them, and leg raises or zombie crunches and push downs or extensions. This is just a nucleus overload thing, just in case. I could also add any other exercise that I want to, but usually it's triceps because I want big triceps. Okay. And inverted rows again, it's just to add more volume to the back in general, right? And also because they're fucking fun as hell. Then we have the third day, which is technically more unfocused, and it's the only one that has two compounds paired up because I want to get them out of the way as fast as possible, so I can move on to the not the medium potatoes, but it's like the main focus of the workout, which is arms. So I would do RTO dips, RTO push-ups, or close grip pseudo planche push-ups paired up with NH pull-ups, with a rest pause, with a close or a medium grip, and paired up with calf raises. Nothing too much, too just different to say here. Just push them to failure and beyond. And then we have the isolations. Again, the same thing. And then we finish off with unilateral movements because my triceps and my biceps are already fucked. And I paired it up with forearm work and face pulls. Again, more upper back volume. And after that, I have a rest day and I repeat again. And after I repeat this one and this one, I don't repeat my arm day. So as you can see, it has a lot of arm emphasis. If you count the sets, it has approximately from it would be 3 to 9 to I want to say 15 sets or even more because of these ones right here. So it has a lot of volume for the arms, specifically the triceps. And yeah, I'm really like it how it's going because I can really focus on the on pushing to failure everything, and it saves a lot of time. So yeah, that's like the update on the program. I also keep doing the optional days. I usually do them the same day that I do a workout, just because sometimes I finish a workout and I'm like, you know what? I want to fucking break my triceps again, and I do diamond push-ups, for example, or I do more extensions. Biceps not too much, but yeah, I'm focusing on back and triceps like crazy. I won't recommend this a lot if you are going to attempt this program because it's fucking brutal. Okay. Um, I'm still figuring things out in terms of fatigue management. But I think that just by removing this day, for example, if you want to, because I really don't care. Like if this day, if I skip this day, I think that the priority is the main days, this one and the arm day. It has like the most important muscle for me at least. but yeah, I'm still figuring things out. I might lower the volume even more. I will have to correct a few things as I go. Sorry. But yeah, that was basically it. Hope you enjoyed the breakdown, the reasons to why I do things. Oh, I forgot to mention this is a very short thing to say. I was going to make a whole video about it, but I was like, this is just stupid. Okay. Uh, if you have seen my this version of the Doomslayer and the previous one, don't have a lot of one arm ring chin ups, right? Um, and if you saw all my previous programs, I always have one way of unilateral movement. The reason to why I stopped doing them is because, first of all, I'm pushing everything to failure and beyond, so fitting a certain rep range is not really a concern for me. I'm going to be honest with you. I no longer have, because everything is just one block. Let's just call it one block, one superset of 3 to 5. I don't have the necessity of having a heavy movement and then having a lighter movement. Okay, I can just do the same movement for more sets. Okay, and push it beyond failure. So I'm still activating my high threshold motor units. I'm still pushing like that isn't a concern. um the reason to why I changed it mainly was because I couldn't push to failure with those variations. Because of the awkwardness of the movement itself, like the finger assisted chin ups, um, or because also the my fingers would get taxed a lot, and I didn't like that. So yeah, I just changed the one arm chin ups for just regular ass pull ups or front lever pull ups. These are amazing. I can't stress enough how cool these ones are. Really underrated movement. So yeah, give this exercise a shot, and also the neutral lat biased NH style pull ups. Okay. So yeah, that's going to be basically it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give me your feedback in the comments below. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and see you later, guys.